Okay, now we will discuss about speed control of DC motor. So basically, what is the speed of DC motor? The speed of a DC motor is given by n proportional to EB by phi. Here phi is the flux per pole. Phi is flux per pole. EB is back EMF and n is speed. EB is back EMF. Okay, and phi is flux per pole. So from here we can say n equals to K into V minus IAR by phi. Here this K is constant, V is the applied voltage. V is the applied voltage. IA is the armature current. R is the resistance and phi is the flux per pole. So what is the unit of the speed n is RPM, revolution per minute. Okay, this is the equation 1. So this is the basic equation of speed n. Now in case of shunt motor, for shunt motor this value of R is equals to RA. Here RA is the armature resistance. Now in case of series motor, for series motor the value of R equals to RA plus RSE. RA is the armature resistance and RSE is the series field resistance. So in case of series motor, series field resistance is connected in series with armature resistance. So here it is clear that there are three main methods of controlling the speed of a DC motor. Three methods. Number 1 is flux control method. Number 2 is armature control method. And number 3, that is voltage control method. So three basic methods. So number 1, by varying the flux per pole we can control the speed. That is known as flux control method. We will only vary the flux phi. We know that speed n is inversely proportional to phi. So if we change the value of flux phi, the speed n will also be changed. So for this reason, this method is known as flux control method. Okay. Now the second method is armature control method. In case of armature control method, we will vary the resistance which is in the armature circuit. That is armature circuit resistance. That is for shunt motor this is RA. Okay. So this, by varying this resistance we can control the speed of the DC motor. So this method, by varying the resistance in the armature circuit, this speed control method is known as armature control method. Now the third is voltage control method. So we can change the applied voltage. So by varying the applied voltage V, we can change the speed of the motor, or we can control the speed of the DC motor. This is known as voltage control method. So this is the basic three methods of control of speed of DC motor. So here the first method is flux control method. It is actually based on the fact that by varying the flux phi we can change the speed of motor, because the speed of motor n is inversely proportional to 1 by phi. Phi is flux, means the speed of motor n is inversely proportional to the flux phi. So it is based on the fact that by varying the flux phi we can change the motor speed can be changed. So the name is flux control method. In this method, a variable resistance that is known as shunt field rheostat is placed in series with the shunt field winding as shown in figure. Here this is the figure. In this figure this is the shunt field winding RSH, and this is the shunt field rheostat. So here the field rheostat is connected in series with the shunt field winding resistance. So RSH and the field rheostat resistance or the field rheostat is connected in series. So this is the basic diagram. This is ISH, shunt field current. This is armature current IA, IL, and this is the applied voltage V. This is field rheostat. Now the shunt field rheostat reduces the shunt field current ISH. The main function of this field rheostat is to reduce the shunt field current ISH. It reduces the ISH shunt field current, and so due to the reduced of current ISH, the flux will also reduce, and hence the flux phi. So this shunt field rheostat reduces the shunt field current ISH, this is ISH, and it reduces the flux phi. So we can say we can only raise the speed or increase the speed of the motor above the normal speed. So we can use this speed control method where we can increase the speed of the motor only above the normal speed. So this is the basic of the flux control method. Now there is some advantages and disadvantages. So some advantages, first we can say this is an easy and convenient method. Second, it is an inexpensive method, less costly, because very little power is wasted. So because very little power is wasted in the shunt field rheostat due to relatively small value of ISH. This is the main reason of inexpensive method or less costly method. Very small amount of power is wasted here in the shunt field rheostat because the value of the shunt field current ISH is very small. And another, number 3, is the speed control by this method is independent of load on the machine. It is not dependent on the load. It actually machine loader upor depend করে না, independent. So these 3 advantages are basically here. আর কিছু disadvantage রয়েছে. These are some disadvantages. Number 1 is only speeds higher than the normal speed can be obtained here because the total field circuit resistance cannot be reduced below RSH. RSH is the shunt field winding resistance. So this is a disadvantage. সব ক্ষেত্রে আমরা এই মোটর স্পিড কন্ট্রোলের জন্য এই মেথডটা ইউজ করতে পারি না। একমাত্র যেসব ক্ষেত্রে নর্মাল স্পিডের থেকে হায়ার স্পিড অবটেন করতে হবে সেসব ক্ষেত্রে আমরা এটা ইউজ করতে পারি। Because we cannot reduce the field circuit resistance below RSH, shunt field winding resistance. Shunt field winding resistance এর বিলোতে আমরা field circuit resistance কখনো নিয়ে যেতে পারি না। This is the main disadvantage. Number 2, there is a limit to the maximum speed obtainable by this method. Yes, this is a limit. Maximum speed obtainable limit আছে একটা, কারণ ফ্লাক্সটা যদি খুব বেশি উইক হয়ে যায় তাহলে কমিউটেশনটা পুয়ার হয়ে যাবে। Because if the flux is too much weakened, commutation becomes poor. Commutation poor হয়ে যাবে কারণ ফ্লাক্স খুব বেশি যদি আমার ডিক্রিজ করে লো হয়ে যায় তাহলে কমিউটেশন পুয়ার হয়ে যাবে। These are the 2 disadvantages. So this is the total funda of flux control method, the methods, the advantages and the disadvantages.